y'all, it's me, Malibu Darby. Welcome to my channel. If this is not your first time watching, welcome back. Today, we are talking about the primer that you need, the primer that you didn't know if you needed, you were wondering if you should order it, you were wondering if it was worth the ship time, and I'm gonna tell you the answers. So I am talking about the P.Louise base today. Very popular, very hyped, very well known. Without further ado, if you're already here, please go ahead and hit the subscription box over here, as well as a bell so you can always know when I post. And let's jump right into it. If you are interested in seeing my thoughts on the P.Louise base and how I used it to achieve this eye look today, stay tuned. All right, y'all, so the product that we are talking about today is the P.Louise base. So I'm going to be showing you guys how I use it. I've already done my face. You guys know I am not an eyeshadow girl. Like, that is not my jam. I have not reached the full level of mastery for the eyeshadow yet, but I do find this base helpful. And if you're like me, you've been researching this, you're trying to figure out, do I need it? Do I want to wait on shipping? Do I want to pay the money? And I want to kind of help you guys figure out what you want to do. So I've already done my face, like I said. Let's go ahead into using the product. So this is the P.Louise base. The shade that I have is 2. So it actually comes in, I believe, y'all know I'm gonna give y'all details before I do anything. I believe it comes in 5 total shades. So it goes from 0 to 5, 5 being the darkest and 0 literally being like a white base, which is good if you're doing like bright colors, if you're really doing like a truly artistic look. Niazra, am I pronouncing it right? And those kind of girls like do art on the eyelid, and those are the kind of bases that is good for. I'm using shade 2. I'll be honest, I got this from the Morphe store. This retails for, I believe it's like $12. On the site, it is £10. It is in UK currency, but I believe in the Morphe store it was about $12. I purchased this from there so I didn't have to wait on shipping, because that's what was really holding me back. And it says that it says it's a creamy base to create the perfect blank canvas. They list that you can use it to carve out unwanted brow hair and stuff like that, but for me, the shade that I got is purely just as an eyeshadow primer and eyeshadow base. If I'm being honest, I wanted to get a darker shade because 2, like you'll see, is a little bit light, but this product sells out so fast that I just wanted to go ahead and get it. So I'm just going to show you guys. Here's how it looks in the bottle as far as the shade. And here is how the shade looks on my hand. So I use a couple different primers. I like this primer when I'm doing more intentional eyeshadow looks. Today I'm going to be doing a more natural look just to kind of show you how the product looks. But I've done some cut creases and stuff in the past that I think it really worked well for. So I'm just going to kind of smear this on the back of my hand so you can get an idea of the color on my skin tone. So it's very light. So right now I'm going to use it on my eyelid. I'm going to put this right on my lid, and I'm going to buff it out with a blending brush just to create a base. So right now I've already concealed my eyebrow, underbrow with the e.l.f. concealer and just blended that out and set it with the Laura Mercier powder. So I do have something on my eyelids already, but this is going to really help to make that color pop. So I'm just going to put that straight onto my lid. And I don't like to use too much of this. With this, I feel like less is more. And then I'm gonna go in with the brush that I also use for blending my concealer and blend this out. Excuse this bandage on my hand, y'all. My Eco Styler jar basically attacked me doing my hair today. But if you can see, it's really just blending out. I will say you have to work kind of quickly with this base because it dries quickly. But what this does really nicely is brighter eyeshadows or lighter eyeshadows that you have will pop more. I'm gonna bring you guys in. There we go. So if you're using colors that are a little bit lighter, especially if you are darker skin tone, my color or darker specifically, this will help those lighter colors and those brighter colors, those pinks, those oranges, those blues, really pop and not get kind of muddled. So it's a perfect base if you're trying to do colors. Even when I'm doing a natural eye, I like it because I want those browns, those tans, those nudes to pop. So I'm gonna keep applying this. I wanna do a little bit more, but you can see the difference already just in the eye. And I do have a little bit of product already on this brush, so it's muting the color a little bit more, but I'm gonna do a little bit more of this on both eyelids to kind of start the base. Overall, overall, my main point is that just I think this is a great product. You do have to let it dry down a little bit before you add another layer or before you add eyeshadow. So if you can see, this eyelid is so much more lifted. It's so much brighter. So when I put on a pink, even a brown or a tan or a nude, it is going to be more true to the color that you see in the palette versus kind of muddling into my skin tone. I don't know, is it just me? Whenever I put on something like leopard print or cheetah print now, all I can hear is just like,
basket. Killed her husband, whacked him.
Carol Baskets. Hopefully the eyeshadow police does not drag me. There are so many like mastery level videos on this base, but for me, I wanted to show you guys how I use it, how I feel like the normal beginner kind of person can use it every day, because it can be a little intimidating. And I have some other primers that I like to use, but when I really want my products to be pigmented, when you pay for an eyeshadow palette, especially some of these that are not cheap, I want my colors to show. Like, no, I want all $58 that y'all charge me to pop out. And I feel like this primer really does that. Even with me getting like this number 2 shade, you can really see how it just brightens up my whole eyelid and is going to give me more of a true color with the eyeshadows. Y'all know I'm really going out on a ledge because I never do my eyeshadow last. So I'm doing a lot for y'all right now. I'm risking it all. This is why, because I have extra or fallout, but I'm going to be able to cover that up, so I'm not too worried about it. Okay, so now that I have put a subtle enough base on my eyes, I'm going to go ahead and start my eyeshadow. If you are looking to do a colorful look using this base, I would definitely recommend the Take Me Back to Brazil palette from BH Cosmetics. I'm not going to be using it today because the specific look that I will need to do right now is a little more neutral, but I just want to recommend that as a palette. I mentioned it before on my Instagram and I've done some looks for it. I just haven't done it on this page, I think, on the YouTube, but I just wanted to go ahead and mention it because it is an awesome bright palette and it's super affordable. So I'm going to take the Juvia's Place palette. This is the Masquerade Mini by Juvia's Place, and I'm going to go with Burkina. Then I'm going to take the Morphe M504 brush, and I'm just going to bring that all over the lid. This is just going to kind of be my base color, but again, using it with the P.Louise base is going to get a much more true color. Normally, this looks really regular and really brown on me, but right now you're going to see a little bit more of the true color. Y'all, I'm honestly wondering if something else is on this brush. I don't think so. I've just washed my brushes, so I don't think so. Okay, yeah. So it's a little bit of a reddish brown, and I'm just going to take that and start to warm up my eye. So y'all, I'm thinking that I may have done a look and had something on this brush from before, but it's okay because I'm going to even it out. I know exactly what color was on this brush. I'm going to go in with that same palette in the shade Ada, and I'm going to also just do that in the top of my lid and just start to warm up my eyelid. And I like the warm neutrals in this palette for like a natural eye look because it can kind of look like you did something without looking like you did something, which is, that's me. That's the story of my life. I want it to look like I know how to do eyeshadow when I don't. So then I am going to go into my Jaclyn Hill by Morphe palette. I'm going to go in the shade Smooth Criminal. And this is just the Ulta crease brush. And I'm going to put that right in my crease just to start to darken up this eye look. So in this same palette, I'm going to go into Proud, and I'm going to use this same brush, and I'm going to keep it really tight right in the corner of my crease. Just add a little bit of drama, but I'm going to keep it really concentrated right here. Yeah, so we see we darkened it, but it's still subtle. So then this is the second way that I like to use this base. So I always, like I said, I always put it on the back of my hand. I never go directly onto my eye. I feel like I just need to be able to control a little bit more. But I'm going to take a brush that I have kind of edited to be flat and thin. This is just a random, like off of eBay, oval concealer brush that I've trimmed, and I used I can't remember where I saw it, but it's a hack basically, like with eyelash glue, to get your brush nice and like pin straight. And I'm not doing a real cut crease, but I'm just gonna take the base on this flat brush and just apply it from the inner corner of my lid out. So this base is really good if you wanna do inner corners, cut crease, double cut crease, any of that, because it really goes over other eyeshadows well, and it really creates a new base for the eyeshadow like seamlessly. So I'm just gonna go over and just stamp it on my eyelid. Okay, so I went about halfway where the lid starts to curve. I'm gonna let this kind of dry a little bit, but you can just see where I'm kind of carved out that space. So I can do a glitter on there. I can do a lighter matte color. I can do a shimmer. I think I'm going to do a little bit of the last two I listed. So a little bit of shimmer, a little bit of lighter matte. Again, I'm gonna be pulling from the Juvia's Place Masquerade palette. And I think I'm going to do, y'all, my palette is so dirty. I think I'm going to do, is this Denia? It's the bottom shimmer. So I'm gonna go this shimmer right here and this shimmer right in the corner of my eye. And then I'm going to blend that out using Burkina. I sighed because I just thought, do I wanna change my mind? No, I'm gonna go with those two, and then I am going to blend it out using Burkina. And it has a little bit of stick to it, which is when I've used it before, it's been really good for glitters. Even though I still use the glitter adhesive, it has been good with glitter just because it has a little bit of stick to it. So the eyeshadow is gonna kind of stick. So if you can see, I haven't blended it yet, but if I would have put these really two light shimmers on my eyes before with no base, you would not have been able to see them. They wouldn't have stood out on my eyelid like they are now. So now I'm just gonna go back in with Burkina and just kind of blend that line a little bit, so it transitions into my outer corners. All right, y'all, so here we have it. We have the finished, simple, natural eye using the P.Louise base. Hopefully this video came to some kind of conclusion for y'all if you're trying to figure out if you need it. The answer for me is yes. It is $12. I feel like this lasts a very long time. It's available either on their website. It's also available. It's available either on their website, or it's also available at the Morphe stores, and I'm sure some other retailers online. I'll try to include description links and everything like that in the box below. I'm hoping to do more eyeshadow and kind of like learn maybe with y'all, do more eyeshadow looks with y'all. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, leave any products that you want me to try in the comment box below. I am trying to get new products all the time. I'm still so ready to go into Sephora and Ulta, but shopping online is keeping me together. So again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.